This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. Looking back to sports headlines and headline makers seasons past in High Desert and Mojave River Valley history, Sultan Sullivan carries for 3 touchdowns in the Serrano Diamondbacks' 2015 MRL showdown with the Oak Hills Bulldogs. The Silverado Hawks tangle with powerful Los Osos in their 2015 homecoming battle to the finish.
Sultan Sullivan provides the adrenaline rush to go with the heart in Serrano's 36-10 victory over Oak Hills, putting the Diamondbacks in sole possession of the driver's seat in the Mojave River League opener for both schools. Sultan Sullivan supplies heart, body, and soul, rushing for 273 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Diamondbacks avenge last year's loss to Oak Hills that ultimately decided the Mojave River League championship. This was a game of polar opposite halves, Oak Hills dominating the first and leading 10-8 at the half. Junior quarterback Brandon Porter to fellow junior Aramis Aldridge on the Bulldogs' opening possession, the scoring play from 5 yards out.
Oak Hills came out on fire. They took it to us. We were hanging by a thread, and we're kind of lucky to just, have that be down as much as we were by a couple of points.
Serrano exploding for 3 third-quarter touchdowns, while the Diamondbacks' defense shut out the Bulldogs the second half.
Yeah, what was the message at halftime, Sultan?
He just said, we got to come out and play like how we did versus Norco, and come out that second half and do what we do and play our game and give a lot of heart and give it everything we had.
But, they came out the second half just like they did last week. They never gave up, and they just kept believing and kind of turned it on.
Diamondbacks All-CIF strong safety Andrew Valencia twice intercepts Oak Hills passes.
Did you guys feel the defense might have to take it away and put a little impetus on it?
Yeah, we worked really hard at practice, and it just comes down to hard work. We worked really hard.
A turning point, third quarter, the Diamondbacks' goal line stand. Oak Hills threatening to retake the lead. The score is 15-10. Serrano stops the run on second down at the 3 and third and goal. Oak Hills will go for a field goal on fourth down that misses, and on the next play, Sultan Sullivan bursts through for the 80-yard touchdown that swings the balance in the Diamondbacks' favor. The Diamondbacks had 4 interceptions, capping the scoring with Bailey Hill's interception for a touchdown in the fourth quarter. The final score, 36-10. The victory avenges last season's loss to Oak Hills that broke Serrano's streak of 5 consecutive Mojave River League championships. The Silverado Hawks battle favored Los Osos toe-to-toe, blow by blow, to the bitter end on a Hawks homecoming fireworks night. Sophomore Latavian Staples scores 2 touchdowns, the first on a 53-yard pass interception to put the Hawks on the board in the third quarter. The second, Latavian Staples' touchdown on a 71-yard pass reception, putting Silverado ahead 20-16 late in the fourth quarter. This De Leon Flukas touchdown from 29 yards out gives Silverado their first lead 13-9 in the third quarter. Los Osos stuns the Hawks by blocking a punt and running it in for a touchdown with 15 seconds remaining in the game. Los Osos stunning Silverado, denying the Hawks a homecoming victory. Grizzlies win 23-20. The Hawks fall to 3-3 and are left with an extra week to agonize the outcome, being idle for a week before starting Desert Sky League play against the Barstow Aztecs.
This online sports report is served up and delivered by Down Home Grill. Always featured kids' $3 menu, grass-fed cheeseburger, organic chicken tenders, grilled cheese with fries and berries, or salad and drink. Call 760-241-4663 for delivery, drive-through, curbside, or pickup. Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Looking back to sports headlines and headline makers in high desert gridiron history, Excelsior's 2013 homecoming marks a milestone for the Eagles. It was all about the drive in this 2017 highlights reel showcasing the Victor Valley College 99-yard scoring drive in upsetting Los Angeles Valley. On to 2019. Serrano wins the Battle of Unbeatens on the Diamondbacks' way to the Mojave River League Championship. Excelsior Public Charter School athletics continues to raise the bar in achievements and accomplishments. When the Eagles hosted Silver Valley, there was a great deal more at stake than winning their homecoming game. The 2012 CIF 8-man champions have moved up to 11-man competition in 2013. The opponent, Desert Mountain League leader, Silver Valley, ranked 10th in the state. The outcome of the game is determined by this drive. It was 8-7 Excelsior at the half. The Eagles begin the third quarter at their own 20. 10 minutes and 20 seconds later, Excelsior will extend its lead to 14-7. That 80-yard grind-it-out drive consuming nearly the entire third stanza. Number 80 is 5'11", 240-pound freshman Rocky Sua, who scored the Eagles' first half touchdown. On the 18th play of the drive, it's 4th and 9. Jordan Griffith follows the blocks of Aubrey Merritt, 82, Lionel Lonian, 34, and Dylan Vieira, 51, and scores. This drive did more than put the Eagles up by 7. It demonstrated Coach Bill Rivera's Eagles dominance that would be in place throughout the entire second half. After the defense turns in a 3 and out, the Eagles embark on another scoring drive. 34 is the Lionel train. Lionel Lonian on the final play of the third quarter. Second play of the fourth, Nathaniel Rivera finds Caleb Becker 16 yards and pay dirt. It's 27, and there's no question now how this one is going to turn out. The biggest win yet for Excelsior in their big step into 11-man.
This game is really important. Like, these guys are top of the league, man. To go and play on, we had to beat these guys, and we did that tonight. It was a good win.
From the signal caller and homecoming king, the biggest difference in the Eagles' 11-man program this year compared to playing 8-man last season?
It's probably the training that we do off season, because we start training in August. We get 3 months off, then we start training. We started doing CrossFit. That makes explosive movements for us, and it really helped us online. Helped everybody become faster and stronger and bigger.
As the Eagles' 26-7 victory shows, Excelsior is ready to compete in 11-man football on the championship level. It's all about the drive on this Valu Online Sports Report. The drive being a deciding factor in decisive wins for Apple Valley's Sun Devils and Victor Valley College Rams. For Coach Dave Hoover's Victor Valley College Rams, the drive was this 99-yard scoring drive in the second quarter against favored Los Angeles Valley. The drive produces a game-tying field goal that puts the Rams in position for the game-winning touchdown in VVC's 10-6 upset of the top-ranked Monarchs. The touchdown pass to Marlon Dorsey produced Rams win number 3 in what becomes a 4-game winning streak as the team prepares for its American Mountain Conference opener this Saturday against Southwestern. The Rams and Jaguars go at it at Silverado's Hawk Stadium in Victorville. Apple Valley's dramatic drive preserved the Sun Devils' 31-24 victory over the favored Oak Hills Bulldogs. Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's enormous offensive line manhandled the Bulldogs' very tough defensive front for the final 9 minutes of the ball game, allowing the Sun Devils to run out the clock and emerge with the extremely important triumph in the Mojave River League opener for both schools. To say the possession, which began deep in their own territory, was a quality drive is a vast understatement. And speaking of quality drive, this online sports report is presented by Valu Quality Truck Bodies, producing top-of-the-line truck bodies from their family-owned Adelanto facility since 1954. Apple Valley and the Silverado Hawks continue their drive for a league championship this Friday the 13th. Coach Rafael Genorio's Hawks drive to Barstow to take on the Aztecs. Silverado seeking their 7th consecutive win and 2nd straight in Desert Sky League play. The Hawks climbed back up to 2nd in this week's CIF Division 8 poll. The Victor Valley Jackrabbits are at Adelanto in this week's other DSL matchup. Rabbits coach Cy Mayava switched sophomore quarterback Siona Moa to running back, and the shifting of those gears produced positraction results. Siona Moa rushed for 2 touchdowns in Victor Valley's 48-6 DSL win over Granite Hills. Oak Hills tries to rebound from the loss at Apple Valley. The Bulldogs are at Sultana. Serrano takes on the Hesperia Scorpions in Hesperia, rounding out the MRL slate of games. Serrano wins the Battle of the Unbeatens, defeating Apple Valley 17-7 in a showdown for the driver's seat in the Mojave River League title bid. Nathaniel Sandoval is on the receiving end of Parker Chafee's go-ahead touchdown pass, and the junior two-way starter makes the defensive play, ending Apple Valley's final scoring bid, stripping the ball and recovering the fumble on the 1-yard line. The Diamondbacks defense denies the Sun Devils' previously explosive offense big plays, and Coach Casey Maholchic's O-line is magnificent, dominating line play, paving the way for a 200-yard night for leading ball carrier Wakil Sullivan. The O-line leading the list of heroes. Serrano goes to 7-0 on a night Serrano salutes America's heroes who wore and wear the colors. This online sports report presented by Valu Quality Truck Bodies, family owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, supporting teams, schools, and athletes throughout the Victor Valley. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville. Deagle & Don always has discount prices on appliances, mattresses, home furnishings, and electronics. Valu Quality Truck Body, family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Looking back in High Desert sports history, Lady Hawks come through with key Desert Sky League victory in 2011. Victor Valley College Rams climb in rankings in 2016 poll. Devin Gandy scores 3 touchdowns in Silverado's 2018 DSL win over Victor Valley. Jeff Whitener throws 5 touchdown passes in 2018 Sun Devils Seniors Night victory. The Silverado Lady Hawks had their work cut out for them this second Tuesday in October, taking on Burroughs. For the Lady Hawks and Coach Tyrone Brown, at the mid-season juncture, a make-it-or-break-it showdown. Silverado had lost at Burroughs. First place is on the line, both teams with one Desert Sky League defeat. The Lady Hawks were confident their twin towers could control the net. 6'6" senior Candace Agee, number 8, and the 5'11" Alicia Coates, number 12, a junior. Agee's presence causes the Burroughs striker to try and avoid the stuff, and the unforced error into the net gives the Lady Hawks the advantage 2-1. That score, 25-23. Coates was magnificent throughout, front line and back. Coates elevates and executes as the Lady Hawks counter the Burroughs attack. Coates will finish with 18 kills along with 7 blocks. The score deadlocked at 23. The senior Valerie Rivera, far right. Perfect placement by the team captain for the decisive point. Lady Hawks up 24-23. Again, it's Fenton serving. And Fenton with the assist. Agee drives home the game winner. Lady Hawks come back 3-1.
This game was really important to us because they put us on the top. They gave us a strong fight, but we came on top. We battled hard, they fought hard, but we ended up with the win.
The victory moves Silverado into sole possession of first.
The Victor Valley College Rams climbed from 8th to 7th in this week's California Community College American Division rankings after upsetting previously 4th-ranked Citrus 26-7. The Rams are the top team in the state when it comes to average punt return yardage on the strength of Dana Jenkins. The former Silverado Hawk freshman averages just under 24 yards per punt return, running this one back 35 for a touchdown against Citrus. Dana Jenkins had 2 of his longer returns called back against the Owls, including a 94-yard touchdown on a pass interception. The Rams defenders lead the state in pass interception returns yardage.
Silverado's Devin Gandy scores 3 touchdowns in his team's 43-point outburst against Victor Valley, and the Hawks defense shuts out the Jackrabbits in the decisive Desert Sky League encounter between Victorville rivals. Devin Gandy, a junior, catches a pair of touchdown passes from Anthony Jackson and adds a 54-yard punt return for a touchdown in the 4th quarter. Silverado's version of the Statue of Liberty play, Nick Reed Casey, takes the behind-the-back handoff, cuts outside, and races 29 yards to the end zone. 16th rushing touchdown of the year for the senior running back who was an All-Mojave River League first-team selection a year ago at Serrano. Hawks All-CIF defenders and team tackles leaders Tino Mao, 8, and Tykeil Obana, 57, relentless in their last regular season home game at Hawk Stadium. El Matino Mao, 5'11", 220-pound linebacker. Outstanding lateral speed shown here by Tykeil Obana, 6 foot, 310-pound nose guard, literally throwing the Jackrabbits quarterback for a loss. Hawks defenders are all over the undersized and undermanned Jackrabbits, pirating a pair of passes and recovering 4 fumbles. Anthony Austin, the interception here. Jawan Howard cuts off the Joseph Ramos block, 2nd rushing touchdown of the season for the sophomore running back. The 2-point conversion is a senior moment joy to watch for Tino Mao, who hikes the ball back, then gets it back, going up and pulling down the pass. First point scored by the defensive standout, and a good play on which to end this highlights reel. The Hawks go to 3-0 in the DSL and go to Granite Hills next in a showdown between DSL unbeatens. Apple Valley gets another incredible performance from quarterback Jeff Widener. 5 more touchdown passes in the Sun Devils' 8th straight win of the year, a 49-31 victory over Sultana. Tyron Smith from 16 yards out. The unbelievably accurate throw under the heavy pass rush, 33 yards to Xander Witt. Jesse Griggs on a 4th and goal from 5 yards out. 2 of the 5 TD passes coming on 4th down situations. This next one, a 4th and goal from the 28. It completes another 2 quick touchdowns just before halftime display. This second scoring pass to Tyron Smith coming with 1 second remaining before halftime. The longest of the scoring passes, another pitch of picture-perfect accuracy, 40 yards to David Blocker Jr., call him DJ. It comes late in the 3rd quarter and puts the Sun Devils up by 25, 42-17. The Sultans keep pace with the Sun Devils in the second half, both teams scoring 21 points. The outcome keeps Apple Valley tied atop the Mojave River League with Oak Hills. Sultana falls to 1-2 in the MRL, 3-5 overall. Looking back in high desert sports history, inspirational competitors in Wheel to Wheels 2019 Cancer Survivors Race for the Rack. Victor Valley College Rams highlights from 2018 conference contest against Mount San Jacinto. This long Donovan Ferguson run sets up his go-ahead touchdown in Apple Valley's tense 2017 MRL showdown against Burroughs. Silverado's Hawks go to Adelanto for this 2016 Desert Sky League matchup against the Saints.
It means a lot to me, and yeah, it just means a lot.
Never underestimate how much Wheel to Wheels Race for the Rack means to cancer survivors. The races for the checkered and season points totals take a backseat to the importance the event holds in showing support for cancer survivors and their families and friends. This Wheel to Wheels 7th annual Race for the Rack, survivors introduced with signs showing survival from 2 weeks to over 50 years.
You know how we go. We roll.
Rick, it is great seeing you back out. What are you doing out here, Rick?
Hey, well, you know what? I just love these people. I love racing. And, yeah, I have a bunch of backup. And we're going to go out here and have a good time. Support John and Crystal.
It is no easy task for Rick Beeson to, as he puts it, cowboy up and get back behind the wheel. He is some 11 years a cancer survivor and on his 3rd pacemaker to boot. His pre-race goal is to try to get a couple of laps in, but you can almost feel the way his adrenaline kicks in as he realizes, I got this at least one last time, and he battles his way through the field of 6. He not only finishes the heat race, he finishes 3rd. Rick Beeson starts this mean, not hoping to make a splash in season points, but racing against his own restraints. And when he continues to realize he can still make this pony run, it becomes more and more fun, trying to overtake those ahead of him. Blaine Kuhn wins the race to the checker. Rick Beeson finishes where he finished, not as significant as that he did finish, and even start, for that matter.
Shoot straight with me, Rick. What does it mean for you to be able to get out here and run a lap or 2?
It means a lot to me, and yeah, it's all good.
2020's Racing for a Cure was canceled, one of 7 early wheel-to-wheel events canceled due to coronavirus restrictions. Victor Valley College running back Kadeem Richards scored 4 touchdowns at Mount San Jacinto in the Rams' 3-point loss to the top-ranked Eagles. The 5'9", 170-pound Kadeem Richards rushed for 100 yards, scoring on runs of 41, 11, 4, and 2 yards. He also caught 7 passes for 96 yards, a breakout game for the Monticello, New York freshman. Kadeem Richards leads the Rams in touchdowns with 9, including 3 on pass receptions and 1 on 90-yard kickoff return. The Rams led undefeated Mount San Jacinto by 12, 32-20, midway through the fourth quarter before the Eagles rallied to tie the score and then win on a field goal with less than a minute remaining. Did Burroughs get burned by Friday the 13th bad luck in his 14-7 loss at Apple Valley for the Mojave River League lead? Donovan Ferguson breaks loose for 50 yards, the longest play of the night, and carries to the 3-yard line, setting up the Sun Devils' go-ahead touchdown.
I just followed my pulls, and I saw the linebacker start to flow, so I just cut upfield and put my head down and got the first down.
The senior running back scores 2 plays later in what proves to be the final touchdown scored in the defensive battle between the 2 highest-ranked teams in CIF among Mojave River League and Desert Sky League schools. Is it karma? Is it Friday the 13th bad luck for Burroughs? The high snap through the hands of Austin Griffin. Kai Merchant neutralizes Griffin's attempt to recover. Chad Smith picks up the loose ball and brings it all the way down to the Burroughs 16. Same thing happened when Apple Valley hosted Silverado, then Barstow, and again the week before against Oak Hills. A major miscue by the visitors, capitalized on by the Sun Devils, leading to drawing first blood. 3rd and long. Ball on the 20. Jeff Widener with a pass as perfectly thrown as you could ever hope for. Kashawn Griffin with the catch. Both knees inbounds as he slides out of the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
It was just a perfect ball by Jeff. I just went up and went and go get it. That was it.
Donovan Ferguson takes the handoff. Burroughs nose guard and right tackle submarine. Donovan Ferguson follows Grant Smith through the gaping hole, then cuts outside and races 50 yards all the way to the 3 on the biggest play of the night. 2 plays later, from the 2, Donovan Ferguson carries into the end zone, untouched, and Apple Valley has the lead they shall not relinquish. 14-7 will be the final score.
How important is it now for you guys to go into the last 3 games undefeated?
Take it 1 week at a time. We got Serrano next week, so we need to, they're tough. They're tough. We need to go into practice, take it really seriously, and just focus and get after it.
It's very important. We got to finish strong, keep working, work hard. That's it.
I just got to keep our heads up, finish out league, and go ahead and finish it out.
RJ Hayes now races the Turbo UTV Off-Road Series for Team Eclipse, finishing 2nd in the 2019 Las Vegas to Reno night race.
The Silverado defense turns back at Lento's try for a 2nd straight Desert Sky League triumph, while the Hawks' tailor-made offense racks up 35 first-half points on their way to a 42-7 DSL triumph. Deonze Nolan scores the first 2 times he touches the ball, and Levi Taylor throws 3 scoring passes and runs for 2 more in the Hawks' first Desert Sky League outing. Deonze Nolan races 53 yards on Silverado's first play from scrimmage and quiets the Saints' homecoming crowd at Julian Weaver Stadium. The Levi Taylor to Trevon Clark scoring pass from 5 yards out, the Hawks soar to a 28-0 first quarter lead on their way to their 5th win of the year. Levi Taylor to Deonze Nolan, 37-yard scoring play. Levi Taylor completes 13 of 25 this night. His 3 scoring passes bring his season total to 17. Up next for the Hawks, Barstow. Last year's Aztecs-Hawks battle decided the Desert Sky League championship.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville. Deagle & Don always has discount prices on appliances, mattresses, home furnishings, and electronics. Valu Quality Truck Body. Family owned and operated since 1954. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.